Hey kiddos, it's Coach G, Greg Kroll from the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Today we're going to be talking about the respiratory system and what that all means. So, basically, within that, we're going to talk about the parts, the anatomy. Then we're going to talk about oxygen and carbon dioxide and how that pertains to the respiratory system. The last thing we're going to talk about, where does oxygen go and why is it important? So, let's start out with how we breathe. Respiratory system. What is respiration? Respiration is the act of breathing in and out the full system, the full thing. So, when you inhale, you take in oxygen, and when you exhale, you give off carbon dioxide, CO2. So, let's go through that process. So, a couple of the parts. We have the nose, we have the mouth, we also have the windpipe or trachea for the scientific word. We also have our lungs. We have two lungs. And then within our lungs, we have bronchus and bronchi. And we also have air sacs known as alveoli. And these are just like little sacs that basically exchange the gas. They exchange the oxygen. So the process. We breathe in through our nose, in through our mouth, and then it goes down our windpipe, our trachea. This then goes into our bronchi, which leads into our lungs, and then fully into the air sacs. And that is when oxygen is carried through the rest of our body through red blood cells that got passed through the air sacs, and then that leads through the rest of the body. So, oxygen and CO2. Oxygen, it's all around you. It's the third most common element out of the 118. We have more oxygen inside of our body than any other element. And it's important because oxygen and carbon dioxide are like yin and yang. You need one to have the other. So basically, this is an easy diagram for you guys to see. Like this, an animal. We're all kind of animals. We all breathe oxygen. So, as trees make oxygen for us to breathe, then that process that we just explained using this diagram, we breathe it in all the way down to our air sacs. And then once our body's done with that, and we have all this carbon dioxide in our body, we have to breathe it out. But the great thing about our world is that trees give us what we need, and we give them what they need. So, trees make oxygen, plants make oxygen for us to breathe, and then we give off CO2 for them to breathe.